is up, sinners? Now, I know a lot of you are going to be saying, what the hell is going on? This isn't the normal, the angry drunk that's going on right now. And for everybody that's saying that, you aren't 100% correct. It is not the original show that you'd think that you would hear whenever something gets posted from this page. Trying out something different. A little different, little tweaking. You know, we have a spot that we're at right now, and we're going to see if we can't grow from it. And that is what I am lovingly calling Booze and News. You like that, babe? The Booze and News?
It's Y2K!
Oh my god, no, that's too early. Too soon. I like, oh my god. Oh my, oh, that hurt. That hurt. Okay, so, audio warning that apparently the show is going to get a little bit loud at times. That peaked in my ears. That's why, that's the only reason. That's like,
It's Y2K.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that just threw me for a loop. I know that I told you to do that. I don't remember telling you to do it that loudly.
Or at that time.
Or at that time, because I was like, hey, how do you like the name?
I surprised you on both fronts.
I was like, hey, how do you like the name? And you're like, Mom, Y2K, I want to make everybody's speakers blow.
Now that your car only plays from the left side.
No, it's going to play evenly bad from both sides. I have them equaled out.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can do that, but pull that in front of you.
So that I'm still loud?
Yeah, so or at least
I'm loud, bitches.
Not so you're loud, but so you're more clear. You're clear. So that's why it's in front. No.
Claritin clear?
I mean, not Claritin. More like
clean and clear and under control.
Allegra clear. Okay. Oh.
Is this better?
I mean, we're trying to put on a professional podcast here.
I am of the utmost profession right now.
I mean, she's cutting out stickers. I don't know what she's making them for, but she's cutting out stickers.
First off, they're vinyl iron-ons.
Are those iron? No, I guess
yes.
They are. She's cutting out shirt things. So, I just peeked at myself. So, welcome everybody to The Angry Drunk and the new show. I shouldn't have said it that way, but I did anyway. Welcome to Booze and News. Where did my thingy go? Featuring Juno, who has tiger's blood all over her. You know, that's a thing. See, we just like to have fun around these parts. But, okay, so, as I was saying...
Our kids are wild. They like to go hunting.
Oh, they like to do things. Welcome to... Booze and News. Booze and News, featuring the Angry Drunk. What we're planning on doing is covering news stories around the country. You know, we want to do serious news, stupid news. You know, just whatever happens. You know, we don't want to keep things too heavy. We want to keep things light, tight, and bright. You know, because there's a lot of shit that's going on in the country that, you know,
is really dark and dismal.
Yeah, what she said, really dark and dismal. I guess I should turn your mic up now because you're not talking into it. No, you're fine where you are. Don't move your head. And today, if you didn't notice, we do have my favorite.
Then my face is being rude.
Are you being rude too?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
No, you're not sure.
But I'm not.
In the Haberstringer news world, Matthias is being rude. Justin, everyone.
Go play, be nice.
Baby,
Go play, bye-bye.
Baby shark.
No, we're not baby sharking. No, that will not be on the show. Get out of here.
Tra-la-la.
So today I'm gonna have my favorite What now?
I need a drink.
You don't need some drink. You just had some drink.
You're not.
Bye bye.
Oh.
Just another day in the Habit Stringer household.
And that's how we make our children cry.
But just by saying no, you don't need it. Anyway, so how long do you think it'll take for her to be done?
Can you hear her crying?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever, it's fine. Everybody knows. Everybody that listens to the Angry Drunk knows that we do things live around here. Yeah, the studio quality is actually pretty good. Aside from, when people don't want to speak into the microphone, which is okay
Or
because
speak too loud into the microphone.
or yell into it. But don't pick your head up. I've already adjusted it for you to not have your head up. So leave your head where it is, okay?
That's what he told me last night.
I was like, put your head down, girl. This is gonna happen. It's like, right? Yeah. I don't know.
That was him snoring.
I don't know what that sound was supposed to be, but it's more akin to me snoring. Anyway, so we have this new show that we want to do, and I think that we could do pretty well with it. What was I saying when I got cut off by the child? Oh! I have my favorite co-host, the best co-host in my opinion, on this side of Maine. The side of Maine.
That's a lot of territory.
What's the capital of Maine? Come on, news lady.
It's not Boston. That's in Massachusetts.
Is it Augusta? Augusta, Maine?
It's Augusta, Georgia. I mean, Savannah, Georgia is the capital, but Augusta's in Georgia.
Oh, well, look at that. First, we've got the first call in for R&D, for research and development, but not so much
I was
development.
like, someone's actually calling in. We got our first caller. That is fantastic.
No, I didn't put out any call out for calls on this first show. I'm pretty much thinking that this is like a pilot, like a, hey, let's see what we can do, let's have some fun and see what happens.
And boy, are we having
Bangor.
fun over here.
It's Bangor, Maine. Isn't it?
No, I don't even think that's a real thing.
No, it is Augusta.
That's what I said.
What the fuck is Bangor in? Where's Bangor?
I think it's in India. It sounds very Indian to me. Like, India.
Bangor.
Bangladesh? It's right next to
No,
Bangladesh.
it is an American place.
Yes, it is.
Where is...
Without being racist, it has 12 7-Elevens.
Bangor. Bangor is in Maine.
That's what I said.
It's right outside of Plymouth.
Plymouth Rock.
She can see the kitty.
Plymouth Rock, for those that don't know their
Anyway, we're here with Sid, my wife, the best, the best co-host this side of Maine, in which both Augusta and Bangor are at. Not only that, but I was right when I said Augusta was the capital. Thank you very much.
And I learn something new every day.
Yeah. And hopefully, with everybody listening, they'll learn something.
Or they're from there and they're like, man, how the hell do you not know? It's like my favorite state that I live in currently.
That's fine. If you're from Maine, call in 385-298-6348. We'd love to hear from you.
And I want to know how big this capital city is. Is it worth traveling to, or is it garbage?
I wouldn't bother going to goddamn Augusta. Fuck that shit. That's, how far in the northwest that is? Northeast. Sorry, I don't know my directions apparently.
Yes, it's the very top northeast corner.
There's approximately 67,000 people in it.
I thought you were about to say 67,000 states in between. I'm like, you're wrong.
No,
that is not correct.
That is not how news works at all. So, Sid, Mrs. Angry Drunk, got lucky today.
Yeah, I'm planning on getting lucky tonight too.
Not gonna happen. Oh. She got a surprise day. I don't know if you heard her sigh over there or not, but she was very disappointed when I said that. She got a surprise day off today. And, so that's...
Demanded.
Okay, I was gonna say that's why I drug you to the studio, but she was like, "Fuck you, Darky, this is what we're gonna do tonight." And I was like, that's fine, alright. So what we're looking to do is kind of, we've got 45 minutes to kill. Basically. 45 minutes to kill. We've got a lot of news to go over. Maybe not a lot of news to go over, but we have a lot of options of news.
Like the Y2K, I don't feel like I ever was able to
hit the post where you're supposed to? No, you weren't.
Properly talk about that like I was gonna.
Do you remember Y2K?
Yes, I do. That was back when we had be-doo internet.
Yeah, okay, what's that called?
AOL.
What's that type of internet called?
Dial-up.
There you go.
How do a dial-up sound? Do your best dial-up impersonation.
No, it's too loud.
No, just
there's a lot of and all that stuff.
I know, cause like I heard the noise in my head, and then when it came out of my mouth, it didn't sound correct.
I don't know, but it sounded like fucking Michael Winslow was in here doing some goddamn sound effects for Police Academy. I don't know if you noticed that, but I'm pretty fucking good.
Oh, I thought you were talking about mine. That's awkward.
Awkward.
That's
do you remember
Michael Winslow from Police Academy? Yes.
That's not what I was going to ask, but thanks for jumping the gun. Do you remember the whole Y2K scare? Do you remember that?
Yes, of course.
What was it about?
Well, all the computers were going to shut down because the numbers would not be able to... The computers would not be able to register the numbers.
Why wouldn't they be able to register the numbers?
Because it couldn't move from 1999 to 2000.
Oh, why not?
Because computers.
There was only a single one digit in the first space?
Because of the period, the digit, the number, the dot. The banks were going to close down. The computers were going to shut down. We were all going to die.
The world was going to end. And also, hated dial-up internet. Hated it.
Napster was the shit with dial-up internet.
What do you know? Napster.
Yeah, it took me like 20 hours to download a song.
Napster was Napster. I don't know. Why are we saying Nabster?
I didn't. I said Napster. N-A-P-S-T-E-R.
We
Napster.
were not enunciating.
You're a Napster.
I'll nab your stir.
Ooh,
Jesus
baby.
fucking Christ. Anyway, so what we're looking to do with this show is to give our take on news stories. Whether they be new, recent, old, older, Y2K, which is almost 20 fucking years ago.
Oh man, we're old.
Hey, you're old.
You're older than I am.
Shut up. There is one thing that I don't want to do, though.
And that is?
What I don't want to do is I don't want to talk about politics. News is one thing, and we're more than free, more than welcome to talk about news. But I don't want to talk about politics. Not because, A is bad and B is good, or because B is terrible and A needs to be shot in the face, or anything like that. But I feel like there's enough dividing the world as is. What's that?
I need to do go potty because Drink lets me go potty.
We'll go potty, crazy lady. Go, you don't gotta ask. There's enough in the world dividing everyone into different sects and different sections and bipartisan groups and things such as that. We don't need to be divided more than we already are. We need to have some unity. And, why bring up things that will more staunchly divide people. So, pretty much everything's free reign. Like tonight's episode, it's about fucking space.
Aliens.
UFOs.
Aliens.
And aliens.
And conspiracy theories.
Oh, I was hoping that you would say aliens again.
And aliens.
Aliens.
What about aliens?
Aliens.
We talk about aliens?
Because everybody can get behind that.
Greys.
Mr. Grey. Easter Grey. Oh, you've
50
never...
Shades of.
No. Gross.
That's
Get
Mr.
out of
Grey.
here. No. No. Because we're talking about aliens, remember? Stephen King book... Aliens. Sure. We're talking about aliens, remember? I specifically said aliens.
Oh.
Well, you said it like a couple times.
Aliens?
And then I was waiting for you to say it again.
And then I failed.
Yeah. But you said it like 4 times after that.
Aliens.
But, you know, there's... Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk about Easter Grey later. Stephen King book. I'll let you know. But there have been a whole lot of sightings of aliens recently in UFOs or UAPs.
In where? In what areas?
UAPs.
Of the world?
Is it UAPs? I think it's unidentified aerial phenomenon. Yeah, UAPs. All over the place. In Brazil, in South American countries, in North American countries, in other countries. I found a list earlier today of the 30 most legitimate UFO sightings. And is that my phone fucking popping that much? I'm sorry if y'all are hearing that pop. I apologize. But in Arizona, I'm not going to say like the most recent or anything, but in Arizona, over the desert, there are commercial pilots that were like, hey, we're flying, and we see shit. We see things. UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, like, they were going over the deserts in Arizona, and they had to call in. And they were like, bruh, you see shit. And their FAA were like, well, what is it? It's like, we don't see anything. But they're like, fucking dude, we see shit flying in the air. We're flying.
Daddy,
We're looking.
potty.
Good job. I'll give you a 5 later, okay?
No, right now.
Okay, bye. You're not getting one now. I'm busy.
I want to do it right now.
Okay, 5. Go. Here, 5. Ouch. Ow, thank you. That was a hard 5. Okay, bye. Oh my god, why does she have so much attitude?
I don't know where she gets it from.
You! Anyway, so home dude was on a Learjet, and he was like, alright, so I'm just flying around doing my thing. And then he called the air tower, air traffic control, and he was like, guys, there is shit going on. I see this. And this was when he was at about 40,000 feet. 40,000 feet over ground. And he was like, guys, I'm sorry, but there's like some shit around me that I see. Can you see this shit? And they're like, literally, bruh, we don't see anything. And that's like ridiculous. Like, how can you? And oh man. So like he called in and he was like, hey, I see this thing. And they're like, what is it? And he's like, I don't know, but it's flying next to me. And it's scary and bothersome. And then they're like, well, we don't see it, so what else is going on? And he was like, holy shit. You know, a couple minutes later, he's like, holy shit, I see the same fucking thing again, and it's on top of us now. And they're just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, we don't see anything on the radar. We don't see anything on the radar.
I'm on the Mexican radio.
I'm on the Mexican radio. But no, like, the tower didn't see anything. But other pilots on other planes saw shit that day.
So my question is did they specifically not see anything on radar, or were they told not to admit to seeing anything on radar?
From what I read, they did not see anything on the radar. Whether or not they were told to not see anything is a different story. But also, along with UFOs and UAPs, that's what they're being called now, by the way.
Instead of UFOs?
Yeah, they're unidentified aerial phenomena. Because they don't want to say unidentified flying object, because it might not be an object that flies, kind of thing. And because the Air Force is trying to, or I don't want to say they're trying to, but they're like saying, like, because there's been a lot of stigma about professionals and
seeing UFOs and them being discredited.
Yeah, and spacecraft and being discredited. There's more than a few people that have actually been shunned and had like pensions taken away and shit like that because they've come out and spoken about UFOs or UAPs. And so they're trying to take that kind of, or they're trying to take kind of like a stance in which they're like, hey, okay, so maybe you're not fucking crazy. Maybe there is something out there. But at the same time, we don't really want to give the power to it being, you know, something like something from an alien species, so much as it's just something that we don't know what it is
or understand,
or understand, like that, like, and you know, and I get that, and that's cool. Did you know that Neil Armstrong saw aliens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 I mean, it took him forever to come out about it.
You know, he saw aliens setting up mirrors on the dark side of the moon. Maybe it wasn't the dark side of the moon, but when they were doing the lunar landing, that was something. What do you got for us today? Over there.
I have Sid Vicious being cut. I'm putting Sid Vicious on a shirt. You said over here, like what do I have literally over here? Over here, there's nothing. Nothing to look at. Nothing. However, there has been new news about them finally reaching out to a planet way beyond what we know as of our planets. And they found a planet with 3 suns, and it is the closest planet that they feel like will have legitimate, actual alien life on it.
It sounds hot.
It does sound really hot.
3 sons. I'm trying as hard as I can with 1 son and a daughter. 3 sons. Oh my god. Oh my god. What else about it? What do you got?
Nothing. That's it. They've recently discovered it, and they think that that is a good chance that there'll be alien life on that planet.
Who's they?
NASA.
NASA?
NASA.
NASA's still a thing?
Yes, it is.
Since when? Didn't they get their funding taken away?
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it was from our Space Force.
So, Space Force or NASA? Which one was it?
I mean, I read NASA, but you just told me no. So
I didn't say no. I was just asking. I don't know.
So, Space Force.
I'm asking for your stories. You're the guest host. You gotta have something, right?
That was it. You gave me 5 minutes to prepare. Here's your topic.
I told you about this morning, and this is what we're coming up with. And you can't tell me I didn't, because I did.
You said news. You didn't say specifically alien news.
Well, okay, so what news story do you have then, jerk?
I don't know. Like, people have died. Alabama, something about abortions, and a woman got shot in the stomach, and then they were like, well...
Oh my God, they're charging her for murder.
I know.
They're charging her for her kid getting shot.
I know.
For her getting shot. Oh my hell. Oh my God.
But we're trying to stay out of politics, and I feel like this is a very...
Is that political, or is that just fucking dumb?
There's one group in specific. There's one... Never mind.
Oh my God, that sounds fucking dumb to me.
It does sound dumb.
Okay, so... Have you ever heard about what happened at Tunguska?
No.
Tunguska.
Tell me about Tunguska.
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 So just over 110 years ago, there was a gigantic. Hold on a second. Just over 110 years ago, there was an explosion in Tunguska.
Where's Tunguska at?
Siberia in Russia, in case you didn't know that part.
I thought it was in Maine.
No, that's Augusta and Bangor.
Oh.
And Bangor.
Oh.
But apparently there's like this big old blast that they had thought there was like it was a meteor, not a meteor, an asteroid, or at the time they thought it was an asteroid. And basically like 500,000 acres of land was basically scorched earth. And they're like, oh my God, we don't know what's going on. Is it an asteroid? Is it a volcano? Is it a terrible mining accident? And so that basically happened 1908, I think, if my math is right. But like nowadays, people are like, okay, this shit's not quite adding up to be, it's not quite adding up to be what they thought it was.
Right.
So in 2013, another smaller but apparently still impressive meteor burst hit in the atmosphere near that same place. Sorry, can't be the booze and news without some booze, right? Oh. So basically, the blast that hit, the initial blast, was a 550 kiloton explosion, and it blew, or not the original, the second one, the smaller one of the two. It's 550 kilotons. It blew out around about 1 million windows and injured more than 1,000 people.
Holy shit.
Right? So it's fucking big. Fucking big. So, apparently, like, that happens, like, an object like that second meteor, not the first one, but the second one, happens every 10 to 100 years.
Just in that area, or, like, in total? In the world?
I think in total. But still, that's fucking gigantic.
Yeah.
Ugh. Like, how do you... Oh, man, that's fucking crazy. But basically, what they're saying... Because there are, like, a few other theories as to what it was that happened. Because basically, it... Like, if you think of, like, a bomb hitting the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Trees, wherever the impact is, then, like, in a circular... pattern, everything would just kind of, fall down, and you'd see it circularly that way.
Right.
There are other things that can do that, though. Like, the Moab. A Moab can do that. The mother of all bombs.
Oh, I thought you meant Moab, Utah. I was like, I'm really confused.
No. No.
I don't know what that is.
No, the Moab, they can do that. Because it's an airburst. Like, it's a bomb that goes over... And while it's still in air, without like actual like physical contact to the ground, it'll blow up in air and create that air burst. And that air burst, what it does is not only does it explode, but the chemicals in it extract all of the oxygen away.
Okay.
From the area around it. So it would like physically just and blow up. And fucking Michael Winslow in this bitch again. But apparently they're doing more investigation into that area. Tunguska. They're doing more investigation into that area, and they're finding out more and more that, you know, hey, there's a good chance that it actually was, you know, not like a volcano or a volcano or like a normal kind of explosion, you know, but something from outer space coming and hitting the ground. An asteroid.
Which I don't understand. If it was an asteroid, how would it do that much damage?
Depends on how big the asteroid is. You
That
remember
had to
that?
be a really huge fucking asteroid, because isn't our solar system, or isn't our oh, yep, atmosphere? Doesn't it? Can it burn? Like it takes something? Would take something so huge.
Well, yeah, like our atmosphere. When an object enters our atmosphere, it does ignite into flames. But at the same time, you have to realize that our planet has been put into an ice age before, at least once, speculatively multiple times, because of meteors and asteroids hitting the planet.
So my question to you now is do you think we will have that happen again and we'll go into another ice age?
In our lifetime?
I mean, if it happens every 10 to 100 years, let's say within the next 300 years.
Well, no. Okay, so every 10 to 100 years is a roundabout idea as to an asteroid about that size hitting around that area. When was the last time that we had an asteroid that hit the planet that caused us into an ice age? Thousands of BC. Thousands of years BC is when that happened. We haven't seen it yet since then. I mean, we're doing more harm to the planet ourselves than we have to worry about asteroids. And within the past 3 years, I can think just offhand about 6 different asteroids that have come close to the planet. And that could have had, maybe of those 6, maybe 4 could have had catastrophic incidents if they had hit. And they didn't hit, and we're still fucking the planet up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Captain America would be very proud. Captain Planet would be very proud. Oh my gosh. He's our hero.
Gonna take pollution down to 0. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. This has been Booze and News. This episode was
Brought to you by aliens.
about outer space and some things that have to deal with them. And Y2K. So, anyway, thanks for listening. We appreciate you. I do have another show that I do just called The Angry Drunk. Just look for that, and you can find us there doing other random things that aren't based upon anything at all, just random nonsense and shit like that. If you so this is something that I want to happen to whomever's listening right now or whoever will be listening to this in the future. You can find this on iTunes. You can find this on Pandora. You can find this on Spotify, on YouTube, on Spreaker.com, on I already said iHeartRadio. iTunes, Google Play, Music Store, Spotify. I don't know, pretty much everywhere that you can get your podcasts from, you can find this. Like I said, it's just a one-off show every week, one specific topic, talking about things that pertain at least somewhat minus Y2K to that topic. And you can find us there. What I was saying though, one thing that I do want to do, I would like to step away from the public domain music. So, if you have someone that is a part of a band, if you have someone that likes local music, whether it be local to me, local to you, get a hold of them. Let them know that somebody wants them to be a part of their show. I want local music. If you know a local artist, if you're friends with a local artist, if you are friends with someone who is local, who is an artist of musical intent. That doesn't make sense. But it makes sense. Anyway, tell them to shoot me an email at theangrydrunk1@gmail.com. That's theangrydrunk, the number 1 at gmail.com. Hit us up. You know where to find us. We're on Facebook, The Angry Drunk. You could Booze and News. Booze and News TAD at Facebook. Yeah, that's just specifically for this show. If you have any ideas, any thoughts and questions, email us. Leave a voicemail leave a voicemail 385-298-6348. I will get back to you at any point in time that I can. Other than that, y'all take care. You know, keep your buttholes tight so those alien probes can't get in. Because if they do get in, you'll obviously you'll be getting probed.
You're gonna have alien babies. There'll be a new race of species. Maybe like
New
dark elves.
New race of species?
New species race.
No, not like hybrids or anything.
Oh, is that a real thing?
Yeah, that's hybrids, yeah. Human hybrids. Yeah.
Oh. That's already a thing, guys. Sorry.
Thanks again, guys, for hanging out. Y'all take it easy, take it greasy, take it any way you pleasey.